Good evening. My name is Robert Scott Perry. I would like to be your next senator. I'm from Rhode Island. I'm talking to you from Portsmouth, Rhode Island. Once again, my name is Robert Scott Perry. I would like to replace Jack Reed as your representative in the U.S. Senate in the year 2014. The election is tomorrow. Today is the 3rd, tomorrow is the 4th, Tuesday. Go and vote. If you don't vote, you are nobody. If you don't vote, you have no power. And mostly, if you don't vote, we don't want to hear you bitching. Now, I've made many videos about many issues. I started with the primaries, which I thought was kind of ridiculous, the way we go about choosing our candidates. I think we should choose our candidates based upon their direct communication with us, based upon this, no more and no less. I'd like to tell you a story about Rhode Island. I'm going to stay away from Jack Reed for now. I've got a few minutes tonight. I think I'll make a few videos. This one I'm going to talk about Providence. There's a man there named Buddy Cianci. When I was a kid, a man named Buddy Cianci, by coincidence, who was mayor, and this guy named Buddy Cianci is running for mayor. This guy named Buddy Cianci, when I was a kid, he kidnapped a man. The man's name was Mr. DeLeo. That's all I know, because I was a kid, you see, and this was somebody's father. And he kidnapped the man with the use of his police escort, and after kidnapping, a capital crime, he burned the man with a cigar, which I would think is torture against the Constitution, an unconstitutional act from a legal officer of the state. I thought that was kind of wrong. Using the police escort, that was violence, or whatever you feel like calling it, under the color of authority. That was exercising power illegally. He then hit the man with a log. He used a metal pipe from the fireplace and hit the man again, either which could have killed him. That's something like attempted murder. Now, I watched the debates between Mr. Cianci and people that actually are qualified, particularly a man named Jorge Alorza, who I think is qualified and would make a fine candidate. And they actually allowed this man, this less than a man who murders or attempts to murder and kidnaps people, because he's mad at them. He was mad because the man was dating his wife, soon to be ex-wife, a domestic assault, one of the crimes that we find today to be so difficult to deal with, something that has made our society a worse place, that men think that they can do whatever they want, that women sometimes think they can do whatever they want in domestic arguments. He did the worst things he could have done. And after that, he actually got the job back as mayor, and then he robbed you guys blind. He robbed Providence of everything. And a lot of what he robbed from all of us, from the state of Rhode Island. Because a lot of the money in Providence comes from the state. So, he committed horrible crimes, and then he got caught for robbery, and now he has the guts to stand in front of us and ask for the job back. I am embarrassed. I am sickened by this man. I am particularly sickened by the fact that all these so-called journalists in the state have talked to him so many times, and everybody says, yes, you got in trouble before, or yeah, we all know that you got in trouble before. Nobody talks about the fact that he did horrible, violent things that any one of us would be paying for the rest of our lives. And him, he got a book deal out of it. He got a little vacation at Club Fed, and then he comes back out and he wants to rob us again. Buddy Cianci is a nothing. No one is afraid of you, Buddy. No one cares about you. If you get elected, it will be the biggest mistake we ever made, and I'm sure it will be the biggest mistake you will ever make, to think that you're going to be our mayor. and you're not going to pay a price for all the horrible things you did to us. We from Rhode Island, we're a lot like my buddies called Anonymous. We don't forget, and we don't ever forgive. We'll see you, buddy. I'm sure you'll find a nice place to live. I just hope it's far away from here.